Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Green Bay Packers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Room here to run. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Right back to him on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Packers at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Going quickly out to the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And now an audible here into something else. On first down, Bradshaw. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
They'll try to run for it on first and goal. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Go, Reed, go. Take up.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Christian Watson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Hey, look at this Packers defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. 1 in running the ball, 1 in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Bringing up 3rd and 12. Buffalo 18. Seven Pirates. 60 Bobcats. Let's go.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Got it. 60 Eagles. 70 Timberwolves. Trap 60.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
19-18.
Going back and a loose football. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or they're kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll try the left side. Bradshaw. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 23, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradshaw. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another first down run right there.
They'll run on first down. Bradshaw. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick slant to Watson. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
Not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 13-year man puts it through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Daniels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Ready, set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
60 Eagles.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cougar 19. 18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Micah Parsons in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half, 10-0 our score. how to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Ready? Not past the 60. Past the 60.
Throwing now is Daniels. They'll try and set for the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Back to throw. A short throw there, pulled in by all.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Bradshaw. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on here to punt it away. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He finds his man complete. It's Glover. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this 2nd quarter. They're moving it pretty good. And that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another 1st down.
Now Daniels. As he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
7, let's go. Bronco 80. 19 Lions. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the playoff in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Come on. 65, 6. Ready.
A final shot before break. Daniels. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of run away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 53 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
70 Timberwolves.
They go play action. Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Daniels. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
So still 14 yards to go, second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Watson has it right side. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Complete once again to Watson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll drop the throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Black. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. That's taken in by Watson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this out past the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Here's 2nd and 3. To the air goes Daniels. Over the middle, complete. That's Glover. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
19, Charger, 19. Rig alert, rig alert. 79 Broncos.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
If maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter, it's going to give them the lead because you have a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. Now they go screen. It's complete. Then he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Get it? 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19. Go!
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Seven Pirates.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 37. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
19 Lions.
Packers 39-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Warriors, let's go. 19 Chargers, 18 Pioneers.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Steelers have taken a 4th quarter lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Got it, ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll keep it on the ground. Bradshaw. And we'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go now.
Up the middle they go. Bradshaw looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now they'll switch it up here and lift a throw. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. 60 Eagles, 6, 8, street. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Bradshaw. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll try the left side. Bradshaw. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. To rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Here now, third down.
70 Rangers. Let's go. Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. This is 1st and 10.
Come on. Sit. 60 Bison.
Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Riggs. 18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw. Man, and he hits him in stride. Gosh, given the time of the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60.
He's back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Back to throw. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
19 tight. 19. Bronco 80. Warriors 70.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Mustang 19, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hurt. 19 Lions.
Daniels looking to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's 2nd down.
Cup 19. Rig alert. 60 Bison. 60 Bobcats.
Throwing now is Daniels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's 3rd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it's the Steelers who will have the first chance to go down and score here in overtime as we are back underway. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
Now that was an excellent return to start overtime. So do they get crazy and attack the end zone and try and get the 6 points to end the game? Or do you just play it to where you kick the field goal and put the game in the hands of your defense?
Ready? Panther 60. 19 Tiger.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Check.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They run the counter. Bradshaw. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having a lead guy to build a defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This now a 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes 4th down.
Viking 18. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Now back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Black. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the J's. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on rips like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
It's complete. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
But Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Packers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.